It's the big online sports quiz from Christians in Sport. It's going crazy, really. We're getting comment after comment after comment. We'll be here all night if we don't crack on. Here's what I reckon we do. Let's get down to the brass tacks, get the team sorted, and then the banter can commence. What do you think?
I agree, Dano. Let's give you all some shape. Welcome back if you played with us 2 weeks ago. If this is here for your first time, a really, really warm welcome. Let's just let you know how to play. Key instructions right at the start. Firstly, you're already doing it. You're here. You're watching with us live on YouTube. Welcome. Secondly, hopefully you've got your team gathered. We're seeing streams of teams all over the world coming in. I've seen Spain, Romania, Mozambique, India, all there. Gather yourself on a video call. Chat with your mates about what the answers are. Have a good chat together. So you're going to probably need 2 devices. One for the YouTube stream, one for your chat. And then appoint yourself a captain or a scribe. They need to be, there you can see it rolling across the screen there, christiansinsport.org.uk/quiz sheet. That's where you fill in your answers. That's where we'll be able to give results right at them. We'll be able to let you know where you finished in the world if you do that. Make sure there's someone, reliable internet, make sure they can spell. 350 teams last time, so we can't mark them all. So we have a little computer friend which does it for us. But make sure your spelling's pretty spot on.
Good, really. That's very straightforward, and most people will get it already after the numerous quizzes going on at the moment. Let me give you, secondly, the shape of the next 90 minutes so you're crystal clear. Here's how it's going to work. 4 rounds coming up. 4 rounds of 10 questions, 40 questions, and there's a timer on each question 60 seconds. Right, we'll do the 4 rounds of sporting questions. Now, we've got to then give you a tiebreaker because last time, 355 teams, there's bound to be a tie. It's an impossible question, so we'll be shot. We're stuffed if that's a tie, I'm telling you now, but it won't be. Tiebreaker question, right. Then, when all that's done and dusted, we'll get you to submit. You'll get 2 minutes to submit your answer sheets. They'll come to HQ, and we'll set about getting them in a proper order. Now, here's where I want you to catch something. It's the Christians in Sport quiz. What we're going to do once you've submitted the answer sheets is we'd love you to focus in for 5-6 minutes where I'll say something about the relationship between being a really competitive sports person and a Christian. And I'd love you to stay with me for that few minutes and have a listen in and see what you make of what I have to say there. Having done so, Reedy will come back in. We'll get the answers up. We'll give you the answers. And then, of course, the prize. I'm embarrassed about the prize. Again, Captain, again. Can't help it.
Well, you know, we had sponsors get in touch with us. They said, well done last time. Lots of people watching. We'd love to sponsor you. We said, no, because we like the prize how it is. £50 Amazon voucher. And we like it how it is because it means it was a bit of incentive there. Incentive probably to not have too many people in your team, but also a bit of an incentive to make sure that you don't cheat. Because who's going to cheat for £50 Amazon voucher? So it's a bit there. We'd love to know. I've seen Sylvian Distancing, our champions from last time, are here again. Let us know how you spent your 50 quid. Would love to know how you split that between all your boys.
No, all right, fair play. I still think you're tight, really. I do. I can't help it. But I can see the logic because you want a bit of banter and you don't want to be too heavy. Right. So, all right, you got some rope there, mate. That's fine. Right, come on, give us a couple more things and then we're avanti onto the quiz.
Well, do get in touch. Lots of you done it already. Get in touch. You can get comments on the live stream. We'll display some of them as we go along. Keep it clean. Don't give the answers away. All that jazz as well. Also, hey, some people don't like seeing comments. They don't like the live chat. That's fine. If you don't, you can turn it off. Just hit hide chat. Hit the X if you're on a mobile. It'll just go away. But do send us photos. We'd love to see photos of your setups. Maybe a screenshot of you all in your team kit. I've heard one team have gone full team kit today, which would be brilliant. So send it on social media. Let us know. Hashtag Big Sports Quiz right in the top there. Let us know that. But we're going to give you now probably a minute. There it is on screen. Those are the instructions. Have a look at those. Make sure you're sorted. Particularly make sure you got your quiz sheet sorted. We'll give you about a minute. And then we'll be pretty soon into round 1.
Good. Get it sorted. We'll be with you in a few seconds. All right, Reedy, I reckon that'll do it. We've got bright people on the quiz. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here, would they? Right, we're on. First round of 4. Here we go. Very, very simple. Well, questions aren't simple. Concept is sporting trivia. 10 questions, 60 seconds per question. Get your brains in gear. Big points to play for. Start well, and let's go. Question 1. Which is the first event in the women's heptathlon? Okay, Skipper, get that answer down. Get the best one you can. 7 seconds to go. And here comes question 2. Which country won the Netball World Cup in 2019? Okay, once again, Captain, if I was you, I'd be collating the best answer. Choose which one it is from the debate. 5 seconds to go. 2 points down, 38 to play for. Here's question 3. Which player was the number 1 pick in the most recent NFL draft? Switch those letters around.
Oh, yeah. NFL.
I think that'll be somebody in the team who knows the NFL, really, and that'll be it. I don't think there's a guesswork going on in this one. 5 seconds to go. And on to question 4. British drivers have won more Formula One World Championships than any other country. Which country is second on the list? Good question, Reedy.
About 200 countries to choose from.
Very good. Get them in, Captain. Some teams are big, and so there'll be all sorts of shouting going on now. And some are small, and they'd like a bit of a chat. So I hope you're doing all right if you're in a small team. We're going to question 5. In which swimming stroke does Adam Peaty hold 2 world records? I think that'll be quite quick, Johnny. Nice. Halfway through round 1. And here comes question number 6. 2 teams have only ever reached the quarterfinals of the Men's Rugby Union World Cup. Name one of them.
Only ever reached it once.
So it won't be multiple winners then, really, will it? Obviously. No cricket questions yet, Johnny?
Spanish are happy.
Very good. Let's go to question 7. Let's see what sport we're in now. I was joking. Which player took the most wickets in the 2019 Men's Cricket World Cup? Good. 10 seconds to go. Let's get that in. Winning score last time, Reedy, was 36, right?
36 out of 40. Yeah, decent score.
That's some margin. That's some margin to play with. It's not much. Question 8. In which sport would you find the terms madhouse, bed, and leg? Oh. Really well done. That's a good question because I have no idea what the answer to that is. I hope some teams do. Right, 2 to go. Come on, concentrate. Question 9. The Paralympic flag consists of 3 asymmetric crescents called agitos. Which 2 colors are found on the Olympic flag but not on the Paralympic flag? There they are. There's your list. Which are they? Good, Skips. Make your choice then. And here we go on the last question of round 1, which puts us 25% into the quiz. Here it is, question 10. Name one of the 3 current EFL sides who have played over 100 seasons in the Football League, but never been in the top flight, which would have been First Division or Premier League. Ooh, good question. Right, captains, make your choice. That's a tricky one. That is a tricky one. All right, 3, 2, 1. Now, we're very conscious that people might be trying to squeeze in, just coming in a bit late. So only this time, just this time, there you go. There's a recap in case you sneaked in a little bit late. You've got 1 minute to run through the questions once more. Maybe scribble them down if you're on catch-up. Try and scribble them down.
There's questions 6 to 10. Give you number 6 seconds just for those ones.
All right, really reasonably tough round, I would say. Any comments?
Well, lots of comments. Lots and lots of comments. Mainly, we're being asked for a lot of birthday shout outs. Now, I don't know how credible some of these birthdays are. Zach Kennedy, I think, probably is. But Ethan, Tom, Patrick, Zach, if it is your birthday, happy birthday. You've been asking for it. Otherwise, all good. No, people seem to be getting on well, which is great.
All right, good. 25% in. We're on to round 2. In this round, I like this round. Guess the coach. Straightforward. Managers, head coaches, mixed up face. Give us the answer. 10 points to play for. Are you good? Are you focused? Team calm? Get a grip on them? Right. You need 7 out of 10 in a round like this to be in the frame at the end, I think. Let's go, Reedy. Round 1.
Worth saying you're going to need first name, last name. The sheet will make you put it in capitals. Do it in capitals, first name, last name. Try and spell it correctly. We make some allowances, but try and spell it correctly.
Thank you, boss.
There's your first one.
I think that's comfortable, Reedy, to be fair.
Warm you up.
I'm sure it will be. Here's the second.
Don't adjust your TVs. It's meant to be like that.
All right. Let's start collecting the answer, Captain. Instinct. First instinct's usually right on these, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Tend to go with your first instinct, I think, if in doubt.
Warm up
Good.
your brains.
Yeah. 2 down. 8 to go. Here we go. Question 3. Three reasonable offers so far, I think. I think there's a lot on 3 out of 3 here. Let's go on to question 4. Who's this? And here we go with question 5. Halfway through the round. Name that coach. We could speed this one up, really, I think. Here we go. Question 6. Great haircut. I love it.
It's a doppelganger.
That's what I would go for if I had the choice. Really, I know people are concentrating, right? But I've got to say to you, that is one nice suit. Look, you can only see a bit of it. Look how well cut fitted it is. Never had a nice one, but look at that. Look at that.
Most people have us on mute anyway, Daniel. It's fine.
Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, you're not wrong. Good. Question 7. Speeding. Oh, yeah,
That's
got it.
deliberately like that. You can see the clock still fine.
See the what, really?
See, the clock's not blurry.
Reedy, I think everyone's got it by now. Where's the clock?
The countdown clock.
Oh, for goodness sake.
It means you don't need to adjust your TV.
Oh, you meant the clock in the background, man. Question 8. Question 8, round 2. Here we go. Name that coach.
Name that coach. Younger days.
That is a year or two ago, Reedy, isn't it?
It's a while ago, that one, yeah, where you can see the little piercing as well, though. It doesn't have that now.
No, he does not. Here's question 9.
Another pair of glasses.
Very, very smart specs.
I put mine on that time of day. Few people struggling with this.
Yeah. Good, here we go. Last question of round 2. Name that coach.
Been around the block a bit.
Hey, don't be cheeky.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. Good coach.
Oh, yes, he's a good coach. Yeah. Very good coach. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just coming to the end of the second round, which puts us halfway through the quiz. There we go. 3, 2, 1. End of manager's round. Right. Let's breathe for a couple of moments, shall we? Because that's quite intense, isn't it? That's an intense 20 questions, really.
Very intense.
Let people breathe a bit now. Big teams need a rest. Small teams want a bit of banter. It's a tricky one, this, isn't it? Quite tricky.
It's very tricky. I've had somebody texting me saying more chat from us, but then anyone in a Zoom call, they've probably got us muted or it's all feedbacking. So it's a tricky balance here, but we're here to have a good night, here to have a good quiz.
Yeah, but listen, seriously, if you do want a bit more chat, we do love you and we're for you. Yeah. And it's all right. We are concerned. No, I mean, no, we are. Seriously, we are. So don't think we're being spiteful. Is that all right? Fair play. All right, come on. We're halfway through. Really, we're halfway through. Big rounds coming up. How much to play for? In case somebody sneaked in a bit late, really, and picked up on us, 50 quid.
50 quid on Amazon. Great. You can buy anything there.
Yes, you could buy anything, but not much.
Not much. I may have missed it because there's a lot of comments going on, but I'd still love to hear what Sylvie and Distan spent their money on. I hope they're not just saving it or the captain's just taking it for himself.
Well, that's the risk, really. I told you that at the beginning. A charlatan will have the 50 quid.
But he's also, you got to trust your captain.
Oh, you nearly said something then. Careful. Now then, really, let's get on. Come on. Let's get on with it. Round 3. Reedy, you'll have to explain this because it's far too complicated for me, and it's bound to go Pete Tong if I try and explain it.
As I don't think anyone doubts that's the case. In what year? Basically, your captain will have it on your list. We're going to give you 3 events, 3 sporting events which happened in a particular year. Simply, all you have to do is tell us which year it happened in. And we've made it easier for you. All in the 21st century. So from 2000 to 2020, you've got 21 years to choose from. That's it. That's all you've got. Tell us which year these 3 events happened in. Bit of debate on this one. It'll be good.
Right. And there's loads to read. So we're going to be double quiet, aren't we, Reedy?
Yeah, we're going to let you read the screen.
Yeah. But we do care, Reedy. That's the main thing.
We do care, but we're going to let you read the screen and you take the best answer. Think we're good already?
Fair play. Reedy.
Yeah, zip it. Here we go. Here's question 1.
Okay, that's a benchmarker, Reedy. That's a benchmarker. Here's question 2.
You might be changing your years around. You might see one and move it.
Precisely. Was LeBron James drafted in the NLF, Reedy?
No, the NAB. The NAB.
Two down, 8 to go. Question 3.
Bit of logic needed on these ones.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough question.
People probably got pens and paper crossing off the years, trying to work out which ones.
Yes, and it's going to involve that for sure. No years repeated, is it, Reedy?
So no year is repeated.
Years.
Saying that.
All right.
No year is repeated.
Yeah. You keep throwing in questions about England winning things, Reedy. We're not pleased with that, mate.
Well, you find that's the first one.
Right, here we go. Question 5. I like that, Reedy. You've looked after the Spaniards there, look.
No. Got in touch on Instagram, wanted some help.
Juxtaposed cricket with football. Very nice. Hey, Reedy. Right, make a choice. Come on, 25 down, 15 to go. On the last lap, Reedy.
Just keep whittling down those years.
Yeah.
Good old Stan Wawrinka. Very hard name to pronounce, that.
Very tricky.
That's why we're not reading them out.
Question 7.
Thought Liverpool were going to do that this year.
Yep. I still think they'll be granted the Premier League, even if they don't finish.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's fair too. I do. But that is some achievement, isn't it? An entire Premier League season unbeaten. My goodness me. All right, Reedy, my money says we won't get more than 36 out of 40 for the winning team tonight. I think this is a little bit tougher, isn't it?
A little bit tougher. Builds up. A lot of debate going on, I'm sure. So yeah, you say England, there's Ireland in there.
Well done. Yeah, we're looking for the big one. We're looking for the big one when it comes, Reedy. You know that. Question number 9. 2 to go.
Wales is part of Great Britain, isn't it?
You need to be really careful. Liz Vane and Llanelli are playing. I've seen their names already. Be really careful, Reedy. Some tough dudes in those towns.
This will be the scramble time. Which year's which?
Yeah. Big round this, really. I think it's a tricky old round, actually.
Can't have anyone getting full marks down there.
No, you're right there. It could cost somebody 50 quid, this last question. Here it comes. Last question to take us to 75% into the quiz. What year was this between 2000 and 2020? All right, let's get those in. Make a choice, please, captains. Really, it's going to be interesting, this, because a lot of teams got in touch with us since last time, right? What an absolute meh. Not to put fine a point on it, they had a meh. But they said, don't worry, we're coming back stronger. But of course, that must leave room for teams who are really hopeless, who'll just have a laugh tonight, which is fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some teams, I know the team have finished second and they went recruiting and they've dropped a few people.
Well, that's brutal.
Brutal.
I've seen some people on the chat offering up teammates as well, saying this one's useless. Can you have it?
Yeah. Well, the window is open. Even though it's lockdown season, the transfer window is open on this quiz, so long as the lockdown continues. So if it was me, I'd be getting, I'd be switching them, really. The ones who aren't up to the mark.
I hear people been practicing as well, particularly for this next round. Takes a bit of practice, this, doesn't it?
We love this round. We love this round, don't we? Yes, we do. Reedy, you have spent hours since the last one doing the emoji teams, and I mean it, hours.
I love it.
So he's taken hours. You've got 10 questions with 60 seconds each. This is the do or die round. Now, look, I hate to give advice because there's too many teams to give good advice, but there'll be one or two people. If you've got 5 people, there'll be one, maybe 2 who are red hot at this, and the rest of you, your brain won't compute it. Find out who they are straight away. Give an example, Reedy. Come on, let's give an example.
Say what you see.
All right. So this is a sporting team. So if it's football or rugby, we don't need to say rugby club or anything like that. Just the name of the team, right? So for example,
who do you think?
Button Hot Animal, Button Fire Dog, Black Sun Heat Animal. All sorts of nonsense comes out. But that's how you got to do it, you see, really. You got to do it like that.
Speaking, eventually you'll get it.
That's what happens. And somebody goes, no, that's a that's what that's
it's Blackburn Rovers, Dano.
Yeah, but I was trying to get this slow, Reedy, man. I was trying to edge people along with me.
Sorry. I when I see it. Blackburn Rovers.
Right. So Blackburn Rover the dog. Right. So it is that simple. My brain doesn't do it. Yours does, Redos. Right. So if I was you, I'd get the people with a brain who can get this on it, because this could be a game changer. Right.
So they could be a team from any sport, any country. As we said, we don't need football club. Manchester United's fine. We don't need Manchester United Football Club. But that's not one of the answers. So
yeah, but really that one's not Manchester United Football Club either. That's Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, good. Blackburn Rovers. Right.
Blackburn Rovers. Got it? Got it.
60 seconds. We ready?
Let's go.
Here's the first one.
Painful, really. Painful. Here's number 2.
Say what you see. Say what you see.
Really, that's very good. That's very good, that, because I haven't seen these.
You got that one?
I'm buzzing off that one. I reckon lots of people have got that one because of the black and white bit. Oh, question 3.
This one's hard.
Not a Scooby, really. Not a Scooby-Doo.
Here's number 4.
Very good.
Your lateral thinking needed.
I think you get that straight away, or you're stuffed, aren't you? Because you'll know the sport a bit, won't you?
Maybe.
I think so. I don't think you get it otherwise. I'm not sure you would. All right. 6 to go. Some people whose brains do this, get them talking. Could you swat for these, really? Could you swat up on these?
Well, I don't know. There's lots of emoji quizzes going around, so I think you can get into the swing of them.
That's rough, that, really. That's rough, that. Right, last quarter of questions. Here we go. There's some heavy brains now, Reedy. Come on, friends. 3 to go. Let's do them.
You got this one?
No, my family are doing it next door, and I can hear them saying rubbish answers. Absolutely rubbish answers. Fantastic. Question 8. My goodness me. Penultimate question coming up. Really, I'm absolutely dying to see these answers. I haven't got a Scooby, honestly. It's better not knowing the answers because you see how tough it is.
Final one.
Right, here we go. Right, that's it. Really have a crack at it, folks. Oh, hey, Johnny Reid, you brainiac. That is a proper round, that. Dear, dear, dear me, that is a good round. Right, Reedy, what's happening next? Let's land it.
Tiebreaker.
Oh.
Tiebreaker. We need to make sure there could be a last time we had first place 36 points, and then we had to think about 10 teams on 34.
Yeah, we did.
So to rank in the podium, a tiebreaker matters. So it's just closest to the answer. It could be the difference between you winning that amazing prize. So we'll give you 60 seconds again. Exactly the same as last time. Here it is. How many points in total have been scored in all editions of the Men's Rugby Union World Cup? How many points in total have been scored in all editions of the Men's Rugby Union World Cup? 1987 till last year.
Oh,
45 seconds.
oh God.
There you go. See how close you can get. We're going to give you 2 minutes right now. Submit your answers. Consolidate. Chat to your captain. Make sure it's all ducks in a row. And then when you're ready, you hit submit.
That's
there
it.
we go.
That is
No.
it.
They have to be in now. If they're not in now, they won't be processed and you won't be able to see a chance of winning the prize. So,
Oh, Reedy, big moment. Big moment.
hopefully they're all in. So we're going to compile all the results. In a minute, we'll go through the answers and announce the winner. But as Dana said at the beginning, Dana's just going to give us a short talk before we go through the answer and the winners. We'd love you to listen to it. We do the quiz because we'd love you to hear something about sport and the Christian faith. So, Dana, we're with you now.
Thanks, Reedy. Well, friends, you know that question on coaches, the managers' coaches round? When Reedy put that together this week, I was really fascinated by it. And we got into a conversation, a few of us, saying, let's assume a coach has got the basic competencies. She knows her job. She knows exactly what the job is. So we're not talking competency to coach the team. We're talking character. What do you admire most in a coach? Look, I landed on somebody who you could really trust. They had integrity because they're going to have to tell you tough things because that goes with the game, right? If you're a player, you know this. You're going to have to be left out sometimes. You're going to have to get bad news of a coach sometimes. So you really want them to tell you the truth and tell it like it is. Simple, clear, so that you get it and you know you can trust them. I had a coach like that once. I had a few good coaches, but I had one guy and he arrived on a Wednesday at the club and we had a game on the Saturday. We were really useless. We were playing really badly. So he didn't know anybody really. So at halftime on Saturday, we're losing heavily. Winter's Day, we're losing about 4-0, I think. And he goes around the dressing room. He's quite cross. And he goes around everybody in the team. You, and you, and you, and you, and you. And you're thinking, poor. And he's gone right past me. Never said a word to me. I was in the starting 11, never even looked at me. Went straight past like that. So I'm thinking, God, I thought I was having a mare. Perhaps I'm playing well. But my hubris got carried away a bit. So once he got round everybody and he was going a bit again, and he caught my eye and he looked at me and he sort of stared at me. And I said, yeah, hi, boss. Graham Daniels. I don't think actually he didn't say anything when he came round the team. He said, oh, yeah, what's your number? I said, 11. He said, 11. I knew I was in trouble. 11. I said, yeah, 11. He said, son. He said, I said, Graham. He said, son. Son. He said, listen, you can't run, you can't cross, you can't head, you can't tackle, you're not tracking back, and your kit is as white as snow on a muddy day. He said, that's why I'm saying anything to you. And he turned away and I couldn't resist it. It was out of my mouth. It was too late. I said, boss, can I ask one more thing? He said, what? I said, do you think I've got a future in the game? Suffice to say, 10 minutes into the second half, the hook came out off. Go and have a shower. Nice man he was. He didn't keep me at his football club. And when I left at the end of the season, he said, listen, he said, I like you. We get on quite well. He said, you're a nice guy. He said, listen, I'm afraid you just don't cut it for me. You're not up to the mark, so I can't keep you. And that was it. However nice a coach he was honest, he was straight, he was polite, he was kind, actually. But I couldn't cut it for him, so I was off. Thanks for giving me a couple of minutes, because I think when you're a player or a coach or an official in sport, you get it. Tell the truth, keep it simple, don't mess around. Just let him know the story. Let me offer you something on the heart. If you really want to understand what a Christian is in the world of sport, let me just lay it out before you, friendly, fair, and firm. Right? Here it is. Let me put a line up. The Bible says, you might not like this, mind, we can't cut it with God. The coach was good. You can't cut it, son. The Bible is really clear. Not one of us can cut it with God. Not at all. And in this line written by a friend of Jesus called Peter, who saw everything that happened to him and wrote some letters, which are in the New Testament, Peter explains something about how a person gets right with God. Here's the heart of Christianity. Give me a couple of minutes. Let's have a look at it. Look at the end of that. Somebody has to bring you to God. You can't get there yourself. It may be a surprise to you that you can't make your own way there. But the Bible's very clear. Somebody has to bring you to God. You can't make it on your own. You can't cut it. And the one who has to bring you, do you see the start of the sentence, is Christ. Jesus Christ has to bring you to God. It's the only way to get to God. There is no other way. That's one of the three things at the heart of Christianity this evening. If you want to get to God, Christ has to bring you. Why does Christ have to bring you? Here's the second thing about Christianity. Look at that little line just after the beginning. For Christ also suffered once for sins. Christ also suffered once for sins. How does Christ get you to God? Well, do you see it there? He had to suffer once, and that's what the cross is, the great symbol of the cross. Christ dies on a cross. He suffered once on a cross for sins. Sins is a funny word, isn't it? Here's the way I would explain it. Small s, massive I, small n. I at the middle. I'm at the center. God may be there. I don't know what you think about God, whether you believe in him, whether you think he's rubbish, it's nonsense, wherever you are in the middle. Here's what the Bible says about us. Christ has to bring us to God because he had to suffer on a cross for our big I. I'm the center. God is smaller than me. It's my life. If he's there, so be it. But I'm in control of my own destiny. The big I is so big that there is nothing that I can do to get right with God. It's not possible. It's very hard to accept that. I understand that. But if I was acting as a coach in this quiz, I'm saying, well, I'll say it simple and straight. Christ has to bring you to God. The way he brings you is to die on a cross because my I is too big and too vain and means we can't get to God because we disown him and run the life that we have ourselves. Now, I know that sounds pretty grim news. Here's the last thing I'd like to show you about Christianity this evening. As a thinking sportswoman or sportsman who's really prepared to hear the claims of a coach and say, that's what I think, what do you make of it? So the Bible says we can't cut it with God. Christ has to bring us to God. He has to suffer for the big I. And then look at the third and last point. Look in the middle of that sentence. Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous. Righteous just means right with God. This, my friend, is the perfect substitution, the greatest substitution in history. The best exchange that ever happened in the history of the world, says the Bible. Here's what happens. God sends his son, Jesus Christ, into the world, and he is right with God. He is righteous. He is perfect. There is no big I. He's in perfect obedience to his creator. He sees you and me, and do you know what he does? He says, I'll substitute for Graham Daniels, who is not right with God because his big I pushes God away and says, I'll run my own life. And God in his own son, Jesus, says, well, I'll suffer for Daniel's big I. I'll take his unrighteousness and he can have my righteousness. He can be right with God. Daniel's can be right with God. That is the greatest substitution in history. The greatest substitution ever made. Sports people like it straight, don't they? And thanks for giving me a couple of minutes. What you really like from somebody, whether you actually find them attractive people or not, what you admire the most is somebody who tells you straight what they have to say so that you know where you stand. I've tried to say to you tonight that we can't cut it with God. Christ has to bring us to God, and he has to suffer on a cross because I haven't got it in me to get to God, and he won't have anything to do with me. The only way it gets fixed is that he, the right one, Jesus Christ, substitutes for me, the not right one, the big I, Graham Daniels, so that I can come to God because of what Jesus has done as my substitute. You don't cut it, son. So I'm not going to keep you. You're a nice lad, but you can't cut it with me. Good coach. Couldn't help me. Did his best. Told me the truth. Couldn't make me good enough. It was impossible for him. The Bible says we don't cut it with God. But the greatest coach in the whole universe made it possible by suffering for my big I, that he, the right one, became the sub for me, the not right one, so that I could come to God, and so can you. That, my dear friend, is Christianity at its absolute essence, the perfect substitution. Here's a question I'd like to leave you with. Maybe you'll chat with your mates after. Maybe you'll lie in bed tonight and think about it. Maybe it'll percolate through the weekend. What do you make of the perfect substitution? What do you make of that? Could that be true? Could that change your life? Secondly, have a look at christiansinsport.org.uk/more. Clock that, have a good look at it. If you go there, then you'll find a lovely film about George Best's life and some application to thinking about what Christianity and sport could look like for you. And you get the chance to do that in your own time. Hey, if you did choose to listen, I really appreciate it because you didn't have to. And I hope it helps you to see that you may not be able to cut it with God, but the perfect substitute took that away so that you could be right with God. And that is a life changer for millions of Christians in sport. And it could involve you at some point soon. Thank you very much indeed for listening. I really appreciated it. And Johnny Reid, I think now we can attack the final leg of our evening and we can go after the scores. Let's get the results after we've got the answers to the questions. Reedy, are we good?
We're good. Worth letting you know we've had 414 teams. 414 teams, so more than last time. So if you win this, you really are winning decent. It's top.
That is a
About 400.
serious result. No, seriously, no banter. That is a proper win if you win this one. All right, come on. People want to know the answers.
You're only getting 50
Know how to get on. So let's do it then. Reedy, take a lead with us, please, because you're the captain and question writer. Here we go. Sporting trivia.
Round one. Which is the first event in the heptathlon?
Let's dive.
It was 100-meter hurdles. 100-meter hurdles. That's the first one there. Secondly, which country won the Netball World Cup in 2019? That was New Zealand. They beat Australia, hosting Liverpool in 2019, wasn't it? So New Zealand won that one. Question 3, which player was the #1 pick in the most recent NFL draft? It's my spelling mistake there, but you all got it the second time round. That was Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow.
I could hear a few cheers there, Reedy. There's a few people got it.
Cincinnati Bengals. Question 4, British drivers have won more Formula One World Championships than any other country. Which country is second on the list? You got a guess, Dano?
Yeah, Germany.
Correct. Germany.
Oh, unbelievable techers. I didn't know. Come
I'm
on.
going to guess Schumacher for the majority of those. Vettel a bit.
Yeah.
Which swimming stroke does Adam Peaty hold 2 world records in? It's the breaststroke.
Breaststroke.
50 meter and 100 meters. Keeps breaking them as well. He's phenomenal.
He does.
Here we go then. 2 teams have only ever reached the quarterfinals of the Men's Rugby Union World Cup once. Name one of them. You had 2 options here. First one was Japan, 2019 Japan.
Reedy, I'm going Canada. Oh,
You are correct on Canada. Canada, 1991.
Yeah, fair play.
Lost New Zealand heavily, I think, in the quarterfinals, but fair play. Which player took the most wickets in the 2019 Cricket World Cup? Way out on his own was the left-arm quick Mitchell Starc. He took 27 wickets. Lockie Ferguson behind him on 21. That's impressive. Very good bowler. Which sport would you find the terms madhouse, bed and leg? You got a guess, Dano?
Curling.
Nope.
What?
It's darts.
Really?
It's darts. A madhouse is a double one.
Oh.
A bed is a section of a number which usually refers to the double or the triple.
Yeah.
Who knows? And a leg is one game of the match.
Oh, nice. That's a slide. That was slide. That's quite slide. Oh, this is rough.
The Paralympic flag has 2 colours which are found on that which are not on the Olympic flag, which aren't found on the Paralympic flag. And it was D, yellow and black.
Good.
Found on that. And here we go. Here's a tricky one. One of the 3 current EFL sides. I think there's about 70 teams you got to choose from here. They played over 100 seasons in the Football League, but never in the top flight. You got any?
Notts County, definitely.
No.
Ah, shambles. I've gone then. I'm a goner.
You've got Lincoln City, Port Vale, and Walsall.
Well.
Yeah. Never in the top flight, but 100 years in. Fair play.
Nice football clubs, really. Nice football clubs, those. Right, guess the coach. This is my favourite round, as you know, from this week, really. Let's go then. Let's have a little deco. So I'm going Carlo Ancelotti.
You are correct. Everton's current manager. He's one of 3 managers to won the Champions League 3 times. Just good man.
Yeah, top man. And he's done well with them this year. Right. I think Eddie Jones.
And you would be correct on Eddie Jones. There you go.
Yes.
Currently
coach. That was first instinct. Yeah. Not so good.
This is Jill Ellis. Jill Ellis has won 2 World Cups with the United States women's football team, soccer team. Very impressive.
Dimwit. Okay. Not a Scooby-Doo, really. Golfer?
No.
No idea then.
We're coaches, aren't we, Dan? NFL again. Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, 6 Super Bowls he's won.
Okay, that is
poor. That is the longest current coach, so he's got a decent track record. This one you get.
Confident Tracy Neville.
Tracy Neville. From the Neville clan, England netball coach. What she was.
Very good. Very good.
Your doppelganger?
Yeah. No, he's a handsome fella. That's not me.
We would have accepted as well Sir David Brailsford. All of those would have been accepted. Don't you worry if you put something else there.
Yeah.
It'll be there. Dave Brailsford. This squiggly one here.
Judy Murray.
It is Judy Murray. Judy Murray, tennis coach, Judy Murray.
Nice round. Nice round, this. Come on, Reedy. You better tell the Spanish teams.
This young one here, it is cricket, I'm afraid, Spaniards. It is cricket. This is Chris Silverwood, the current England coach from his playing days when he was at Essex, I'm pretty sure. Fast bowler right back then. This one here, then, some people said it's Richard Osman.
I don't know.
Toto Wolff. He's the team principal, the CEO at Mercedes Formula One.
Okay, should know that.
At Formula One. Mm-hmm. And this one here, you do know that.
Chris Powell, top man, England assistant manager.
Yeah, and was recently with Alan Pardew over in Holland.
Yeah, just finished.
Just finished.
All right, good. Halfway through. In what year? Let's go through it, Reedy. You've got them at your fingertips.
There you go. So here we go. In what year did these three events happen? That was 2013. Fergie's retirement year, 2013. Question 2. When did LeBron get drafted? Federer win his first Grand Slam? Early 2000s, 2003.
Very good.
Question 3 here. Egypt won their 3rd African Cup of Nations in a row. Winter Olympic year, so you're looking at either 2010, 2014, 2006, 2002.
2014. Oh.
2010.
Okay.
In Canada. It was in Vancouver. That's why I did well.
Really, I'm zipping it. Just crack on.
Question 4. Here we go. Question 4. Well, that one, Danny Willett won the Masters in 2016. Mm-hmm. Question 5. Again, a Paralympic year. So you're looking at 04, 08, 12, 16.
16.
And 2008. Ellie Simmons, I think she was 13. She won the first gold medal.
She was a young kid, yeah.
Incredible. Question 6 here. Sri Lanka, Stan Wawrinka, 2014. 2014. 6 years ago now. Year of the Invincibles. Any idea, Dano?
The Invincibles, I would say 2011.
Way out. 2004.
What? How old am I then, Reedy? Unbelievable.
Quite old.
Unbelievable. How can that be 16 years ago? Anyone else feel like that? That can't be 16 years ago. Unbelievable.
Well, how many years ago was it that Ireland won their 2nd Six Nations in a row? And Carolina Marin won the Badminton World Championship. If you knew that one, if Carolina Marin threw it for you, then fair play.
Serious fair play.
2015. Question 9. Great Britain's women's curlers. I think a team full of Scots, I seem to remember.
Yes.
First Olympics gold medal for 18 years. That was 2002.
Oh, good.
Final one in this round. When did Serena Williams win her most recent Grand Slam? 2017.
Big round, that, Reedy. Now, on these emojis, right, let's do this properly. Because we got feedback last time. People got a monk on, really, about this. Because they still didn't understand them after we'd given the answer. So, Reedy, can we put it up and then just read the answer over the top of it for us, please? Because you devised them.
We can do that very much. So this team here, this is a rugby team. This is the Exit Her, the woman Exit Her Chiefs, police chiefs. Exit Her Chiefs.
Good. Keep going. Don't milk it, Reedy, just because they're good. Right, I've got this one, by the way. Oh,
sorry. I put it up too quickly. Vancouver, Whitecaps.
Nice.
MLS team.
Okay, good.
Major League Soccer over in the States.
Right, talk us through this one.
You got this one?
No.
Northamptonshire. That looks like the Shire. Northamptonshire Steelbacks. The Northants 2020 team.
Oh, for goodness.
Northamptonshire Steelbacks. Yeah, this one, Dana.
7 stars.
It is the 7 stars.
Clever, Reedy.
Worcestershire. Well, I can't take credit for that one. I found that somewhere else, but it is a good one.
That is clever. 7 stars. Very well done. That man. Very good. Yeah.
Question 5. What do you do in the bath? You wash yourself. Washington Wizards.
Washington what?
Washington Wizards.
Okay.
NBA team. Michael Jordan came out of retirement to play for them. Brilliant documentary about Jordan on at the moment.
Oh, recommend it, Reedy. You told me about it. Fantastic.
Well worth a watch.
Yeah. What's it called? We're in the middle of it.
The Last Dance. The
The Last Dance. Oh, it's class. Netflix.
Netflix. When he was with the Bulls, not with the Wizards.
Yeah, it's class. It is class.
This one here, if you're a fan of European football, you will have got this one. Train is also known as a locomotive.
Oh.
Locomotive, Moscow. Mosquito cow, Moscow.
Very nice.
Locomotive, Moscow.
All right, good.
We did accept the spelling. If you spelled locomotive the English way, we were kind on that. But
yeah, fair play.
Moscow. Question 7. Here's one for our Spanish friends.
So Bill, right? Bill something?
Yeah, Bill.
Stuck now.
Bilbao. Athletic Bilbao.
Oh, nice. Very good.
Athletic Bilbao.
Very good.
Use a bit
right.
of
Yeah, nice.
Here's question 8. Rugby league team. Recently into the Super League. So you'd think from the north of England, but no, they're from Canada. So you've got the Toronto Wolfpack.
No one's got that, really. Nobody's got that. I'm telling you.
I know the top score, and the top score means somebody's not got many wrong. So you never know.
All right, keep going.
Question 8. Here we go. Question 9, sorry. Question 9. You get this one, Dano.
No, I don't. 2 Queens.
Yeah, Queens Park.
Oh.
Queens Park Rangers.
Rain.
Cheers.
What's the last bit then?
Cheers. Cheers.
Hey, Queens Park Rain. Cheers. Very good. Very good. Fair play. Last
Final
one.
One of the main quiz. NFL team. The Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis.
Fine.
And 2 Colts.
Oh, really. Fair play.
There we go. Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you now, the tiebreaker decided who won tonight.
See, that's important. How many teams?
414 teams. Oh, how many people won tiebreakers?
Yeah, not 414.
Top 2.
Oh, how many points? How many points?
How many points? 39.
Oh my goodness me!
No, I thought this was harder. This is easier. Well, people have been studying.
Oh my word, that's ridiculous. We've never had a perfect score in this quiz in like 10 years, by the way.
Well,
all right, come on.
2 teams on 39, 1 on 38. So the tiebreaker, which you're going to be looking at this here, how many points in total scored in all editions of the World Cup? It was 16,567. So we're looking for the team of the top 2, which is going to be closest to that figure. That's what we're going to be looking for. So that's it. That's the answers. Shall we now announce the winners?
Let's get it. What are we getting? Top 3?
Top 3. Top 3. We'll do the same as we did last time, though. You'll be able to find it on Twitter in about probably, let's say, half an hour, 45 minutes. We'll have on there all the results. You'll be able to see how you did in the whole of the 414.
Yeah, really. You know, because some people like a bit of tender loving care early on, didn't they?
They do.
They were probably the teams. Let's face it. It's good. Probably the teams that didn't win. Because you weren't like all at it during the quiz. You see what I mean? So we're glad you came. Have a nice cup of tea afterwards. It's the weekend. It's been grand having you with us. Right? It's just here for a laugh. It's a rubbish prize. It's 50 quid. Spread between everybody. I wouldn't worry about it. Would you really?
Wow. Quite a few looks at that. But here we go. Shall we go third place then, Dano?
Let's do it.
Third place. Very credible performance. 38 points here. 38 points. Probably in third with a tiebreaker. I haven't got that confirmed, but I'm assuming that's the case.
All right.
38 points was the Heavitree Eagles from Exeter.
38 good. That's the score. That was last week's winning score, by the way.
It was, yeah. You're correct. Yeah. You're correct.
Well done, Heavitree Eagles. Very good. Very good effort.
We're then into the top 2, and the top 2 are separated by the tiebreaker. One team was nearly 8,000 points out, and one team was nearly 6,000 points out. So neither of them were close.
Who are the 2 teams, really? Come on, we got it.
Second place in Liverpool, we've got. I'm not going to pronounce
Egbert Cricket Club.
Fair play.
Hey, that's posh. That's why they got a lot of posh dudes in, didn't they?
Egbert.
Hey, that is
points. Do you want to know who won?
They got it. Listen, before you give it,
because they're about 1,000 points off being winning.
Really, before you say the winners, though, give those 2 teams a chance to take that in now. What a score in third and second that is. I mean, that is, I tell you, the only time we've had a score anywhere near this before, ever in the past, was in Swansea. Never had it anywhere. I'm telling you, never had it anywhere in the country. Perhaps Cardiff. Never had it anywhere else. What a score. Well done.
Send in your team photo as well. We'd love to see you. Love to see your team photo. It'd be great. It'd be class.
Got to show that. Right, Reedy. Here we go then.
Good name as well. I enjoy this name. They've not defended their title, by the way, Sylvian Distancing. They've not defended it because Panic at the Tesco. Panic at the Tesco in Worcester. Well played, 39 points. They were talking it up on the chat as well. They were thrilled.
Were they buzzing off it?
Buzzing off it. So fair play.
By the way, don't take your picture at Tesco because you've got a social distance there. So don't be even trying that because there'll be all sorts of trouble. That really is a proper quiz.
Fair play. Well done, Tesco.
Right, we should go and let people go and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a cocoa or maybe a beer. Don't you think, really?
We should let people go.
I think we should do that. Right. What do we need to know before we go?
What we need to know is you can find all the results on our Twitter feed. You can definitely do that. Winning teams, anyone, tag us in your stuff, send us your banter. We'd love to see your team photo, see how you get on. Thanks so much for joining us. Dan, have you got anything else you want to throw out?
Well, I think, christiansinsport.org.uk/more. Just remember more. And there's your go away question. What do you make of the perfect substitution? Could be the best thing you think about this weekend. Could well be. Reedy, absolute pleasure working with you, but more of a pleasure working with you.
More of a pleasure. And we'll see you again 2 weeks' time, 15th of May.
Somebody's going to get 40. Somebody's going to get 40 before the lockdown's over.
Make sure they don't. But
you need to up the bar, Reedy, before then. Good? All right, friends, been a pleasure spending a bit of Friday night with you. We've loved it. Hope you've had a great time with your mates. Meanwhile, have a great weekend. See you in a couple of weeks. Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.